Hey, so you guys out there that are over 30, 40, or even older, if you're wanting to get your legs to actually grow, to pack on some muscle, or you just want more athletic, powerful legs, here's one thing about training legs that most guys don't know, and the ones that do won't tell you. If you're trying to get jacked, you want big shoulders, big chest, and a big back. And most of the time, people don't see your legs because you're wearing pants. Especially now, we're going into the winter. When you train legs, it actually releases your natural growth hormone, so your upper body looks more jacked. It will actually help you grow and look more jacked overall in all the right places. So if you guys are out there and you just care about having big shoulders, big chest, big back, and you don't care about your legs at all, you might want to rethink that, because even if you don't ever show your legs, when you train them, that growth hormone release will pay dividends to the rest of your body. And that's one of the biggest reasons that I highly recommend that you do train legs, even if you don't care how they look. I'm 44 years old. I'm about ready to turn 45 in December, which is coming up quick. I've also been able to stay in pretty good shape my entire life for the most part. In this video, I'm going to cover what I've been doing for my leg workouts to get the results that I have, and 3 simple exercises that I use for my quads, why they're so effective, and why you might like to include them in your program. If you're a busy guy and you're trying to get more done in less time, and you don't want to live in the gym, but you also want to get jacked, your goal isn't to be a bodybuilder, it's just to feel good when you take your shirt off, I think that you're really going to like this video. My goal here is just to help you get better results by doing less things. Doesn't matter where you're at or what you're doing. Everybody likes to feel better when they're confident about how they look. And when you do that, it leads to so many more great things in your life. You hold yourself to higher standards with your family. You're more confident at work. You're more confident in a social setting. If you're in shape, there's something different that happens when you're able to get your body in the condition that you're proud of. It just carries over into so many different areas of your life. All right, that said, let's get to it. So for leg day, one of the most important things, especially for me, I'm 44, like I said earlier, and if you're over 30, it's very important that you don't get injured, because that's the worst thing that can happen, because then it's going to be a lot easier to put on extra weight. We don't want that. First thing that I do when I get to the gym is I'll either hop on an elliptical, a stair mill, or a treadmill. Treadmill, I'll put it on the incline as high as it will go for 2.4 to 2.6 miles per hour. My heart rate is around, I'd say 120 to 130-ish. All my goal is just to make sure I get a light sweat in by the time I'm done. And that way I have a good warm up. I have less risk of injury, in my opinion, and I don't have to do as many warm up sets because I'm already warm. Also, if I'm trying to get lean, which I always am, and I'm sure you probably are too, cardio helps you burn more calories. The more calories that you burn, the easier it is to get jacked and stay that way. All right, so after I'm warmed up, then I start hitting my leg workout. First thing that I do is a hamstring curl. Doing hamstring curls before your pressing movements, it lubricates your patellofemoral joint. It gets your knees really warm. Every pressing movement that you'll do after this, you will notice, I swear, you'll notice that everything is 10 times more comfortable. And when things are more comfortable, you're gonna have less of a risk of injury, and you're also gonna get better results. The next thing that I move to is Bulgarian split squats. Now, the way that I do them is a variation. The difference with these that makes them so powerful and so effective, you're bracing an upright and you're isolating your quads a hell of a lot more. You're also able to get a huge stretch at the bottom. And one thing that's really cool about these is where you're holding the weight, it's more centered, if you will. And that really allows me to feel my legs working much, much more. And the reason that I do these first, they work. These things are fire, but they will also exhaust the hell out of you. They are hell. But you only have to really do this one movement, in my opinion, to really grow your legs. These will make you sore as hell if you haven't done these before. Try these and you'll know what I'm talking about. The next thing that I do is leg extensions. I love these because my goal is to build powerful, lean, athletic, aesthetic look in legs. I don't want to build a ton of mass in my legs. I just want them to look good. Leg extensions, really, really good at isolating your inner quad sweep, your outer quad sweep. It's going to help you look and feel more athletic. That's really all I do for quads, is those 3 movements. And we're trying to go in there, get it done fast, and get the heck out of there. And I chose these exercises because they're effective. That's it. You get the job done, and then you get to go home and live your life, and then you get jacked. For you guys out there that are hardcore, if that didn't fry your legs already, throw in some hack squats. For you guys out there that haven't lifted in a long time, or you're just new at this, do the reverse hack squats. It's less risky and it's easier to get better, so you get good enough so that you're able to progress and continue to add more weight while being safe, while feeling your muscles working. You will be fried, but if you're not, then go ahead and do the hack squats. After that, I'll do an exercise for my biceps. I'll do incline seated dumbbell curls. It gives you a really good stretch at the bottom because you're at an inclined position. Again, I'm always about the stretch. And if you are trying to build muscle, that's what you should be too, in my opinion. The reason I had biceps on leg day is because 1, it makes it more fun. 2, it breaks my split up, so it's easier for me to follow mentally. I've done it for a long time and it's easy to stick to. The final exercise that I do, wrist curls. Yeah, I'm a dude that trains wrists. I've seen that in the comments before. It's, this guy trains wrists. Yep, this guy trains wrists. Why? When your forearms look jacked, your whole body looks jacked. It's about creating the perception, the illusion that you are more jacked than you are. It's not about really being strong. It's about looking like you're strong. At least that's what I'm about. And that's why I feel like I look good still at 44 years old. So adding wrists to your leg day creates that illusion so that you are more jacked, especially when you're wearing a t-shirt. So that's my leg day in a nutshell. So what's the rep scheme? How does it work? So I've gone over this before in a couple other videos. I might post them here or here for you. If you're interested, you can check those out. It's a more detailed approach of my workout split, but I'll cover it really briefly here. I work out only 3 days a week. What works best is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sets of 5 to 8, sets of 9 to 12. Well, for 5 to 8 rep weeks, you're gonna pick a weight that allows you to fail in between 5 and 8 reps. If you hit 5, 6, or 7, you will use the exact same weight for that exercise next week. If you hit 8 reps, that's a personal record. That's what you're always going for. You will increase the weight by 5 pounds next week, next workout. It's a similar situation for 9 to 12 reps. If you hit 9, 10, or 11, you're going to stick with the same weight next week. If you hit 12 reps, you're going to increase it by 5 pounds next week. Now, what's cool about this? Why do I do it this way? It's the first set that you're focusing on. That's the only thing that you're tracking. That's when you're freshest. That's when you're strongest, after you've warmed up, of course. And it's the easiest way to look back and say, oh, okay, cool. I did 7 and now I'm going to try to do 8. You try to beat your last score. It's gamification. Your performance basically becomes the plan. Instead of you guessing on, should I increase weight or should I do more reps? No, you're taking the first set to failure and going as hard as you can. No more guessing. You start getting better results without overthinking it. Super simple, super fast, and super effective, especially if you're over 40 or over 30, if you're an older dude in general and you don't want to spend 3 hours in the gym like the 22-year-old, like the TikTok influencers do. You're in and out of the gym 30 to 45 minutes, and then you're back to your life. The more times you go through this, the more jacked you're going to get. I can prove it. I mean, if you look at my body over in the last 10 years, just constantly put on muscle, and I'm natural, so it's took a hell of a lot longer, but I'm about, I think, 190 right now, and I'm 5'8", guys. So I don't really want to get any bigger. I just want to get better. Whatever your goals are, this will work for you, and it also removes the guesswork. Give this a go. I'm giving you all the information for free. I'm telling you what to do. It's worked for me. It's worked for tons of my friends. My buddy Brad's in his mid-50s. He's lost like 50 pounds. He's 265. I think he's 205 right now. My buddy Darren was an ex-football player at Boise State. He lost like 40 pounds of fat and put on 20 pounds of muscle doing this. And the reason that I think it's so effective is because it's simple, guys. It's something that you don't have to put much thought into. You start looking better and you start getting stronger. You just have to do the simple things, get better at doing them, and continue to be consistent. And the longer that you stick with it, the better you're going to get and the more jacked you're going to become. That's straight up the truth. One more thing before I forget. I am almost done with my book, which is Muscle OS, which includes everything that we're talking about here and everything that I really talk about on my channel. Everything that you need to know about getting jacked and how to stay jacked without doing all the other BS things. That I'm going to launch this month. I'm thinking about doing a school community where I coach people through that platform and you share your photos, progress. I do live videos and there's camaraderie in there, a mastermind, if you will, where like-minded guys are helping other like-minded guys. But I thought it might be cool, a way that I could have fun helping more guys like you, because that's why I'm doing this channel anyway, is I'm passionate about improving health. That's faith, that's communication, that's sex appeal, all of the above, guys. So if you're trying to become a better man, that's literally what I'm trying to do too. So I'm sure that you can help me just as much as I can help you. So if you guys are interested in doing something like that or joining a school community. So right now, as of this video, it's the beginning of November. I'm going to try launching my book this month, and I'm going to try launching this school program. If you're interested, you'll see links below the description.